Welcome back, YouTube, to my ninth NFL mock draft. Today has been a big day in free agency land. The Patriots are looking like contenders once again, getting Jonas Smith, Jalen Mills, Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, Matthew Judon, and I have quite a bit of people. Really excited to see Cam Newton ball out. He's gonna be an MVP candidate this year. He didn't do as bad as people thought he did last year. Like, he accounted for 41% of the touchdowns, but now they have weapons, so I'm really excited to see how he does with those weapons. And that's pretty, like, really the only team that's making a lot of moves. Chiefs got this Joe Tooney, $80 million lineman, so that's a good move. Let's go with the first pick. The Jaguars get Trevor Lawrence. And they got the obvious pick. They also got Carlos Hyde today to put up with James Robinson in free agency. Second pick of the draft, the Jets get Zach Wilson. The Jets picked up Corey Davis, but I think Zach Wilson's the second best quarterback in this draft. I think his talent is unquestionable, undeniable. I think it's going to be a great quarterback. Both of them for years to come. Third pick in the draft, the Dolphins picked Jamar Chase. The best pure receiver in the draft in my mind. Maybe he won't be the best, but I think he's the best NFL ready, most NFL ready receiver. So I think it's a no-brainer. And the other two receivers, like, kind of this Tua, which I don't mind, because Tua's not that special. He doesn't have that it factor in my mind. So I think they're gonna give him, like, maybe this might be Tua's last year to prove, because he does not have that it. So I think this is his last year to prove something that he does. With the fourth pick in the draft, the Falcons select Micah Parsons. I think he'll be a deadly pair up with Deion Jones. I don't think you pick Justin Fields here, because Matt Ryan's not the issue, it's your defense. I think you pick the best defensive player at this position. The best defensive player in the draft, I think. And it's close with Patrick Surtain, but not even, because Kyle probably could be better than him, so I think you pick Micah Parsons. Fifth pick in the draft, the Cincinnati Bengals pick probably their best player in this draft. Third, second, whatever you want to say. Penei Sewell, offensive lineman from Oregon. I think you're going to protect Joe Burrow, obviously. Sixth pick in the draft, the Eagles select Devontae Smith, Heisman Trophy winner out of Alabama. I think they're going to go all in on Jalen Hurts this year. I think that's a smart thing to do, because he looked great. He has that Michael Vick factor where he can run, and he has a pretty good arm too. I'm excited to watch him in the full season. Seventh pick in the draft, the Detroit Lions select Kwity Paye. I almost made them pick Justin Fields, but I think you go with Jared Goff because he proved that he's a winner. I think you have a chance to win the playoffs with him, even though you're losing Kenny Golladay. But I think Jared Goff's still a winner no matter what. The eighth pick, I almost wrote down Panthers by accident, as you see. The Texans pick Justin Fields. They get three firsts, Christian McCaffrey. And this time, I don't know why they're signing everybody to one-year deals, but maybe it works. Maybe they go all in next year. Who knows? We'll see. Ninth pick in the draft, the Broncos select Kayla Foley. I think probably going to be the best corner. He has, like, a lot of experiment. Like, he's an experiment, but I think he's the best corner. Him and Patrick Surtain are going to be talented corners, but I think I'll probably take Caleb Farley for the best. With the 10th pick, the Cowboys select Patrick Surtain, the second, out of Alabama, to pair up with his Alabama teammate and Trevor Diggs. So I think we need a corner. I hope we get Pat Pete in the free agency, so we can have him mentor these young players. But who knows who we're going to get. With the 11th pick, the Giants select Jalen Waddle. Fascinating pick. I love Jalen Waddle. His speed, he's not only a speed threat, like, his speed is unreal, but he can go get it up in the air. He can take an end route 80 yards. He can stop and go. He can do all types of moves. That's what I like about Jalen Waddle a lot. The 12th pick in the draft, the 49ers select Rashad Slater, probably the second best lineman in the draft. I was thinking about going with Trey Lance, but I think you protect Jimmy G. You protect him because he's been injured. And if he gets injured again, you move on from him. I think he's a great quarterback, but you can't just keep getting injured. 13th pick in the draft. I don't have the Chargers picking an lineman. I had them picking Kyle Pitts. They're not going to retain Hunter Henry, so I think you get an explosive weapon for you. Pair him up with Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, and Justin Herbert is going to do even better. So I'm really excited to see what Kyle Pitts does for Justin Herbert if he goes there. The 14th pick in the draft, the Vikings select Gregory Rousseau out of Miami, edge rusher. couple years ago. He had 15.5 sacks. Sat out this year, but he's going to be a tremendous pass rusher. And the Vikings might need him because Daniel Hunter requested a trade, so it's interesting to see where he goes. 15th pick, I think the Patriots keep going all in on weapons. I think they get Rondale Moore out of Purdue, an explosive 5'9" receiver. I think they have Kendrick Moore. Now, they say even have Jacoby Myers. They have Nelson Aguilar, which would be the deep threat. So they have some weapons, man. I'm really excited to see how the Patriots play this year. The 16th pick, the Cardinals select Christian Durasol. I think you need an O-lineman to protect Kyler Murray. He got banged up a couple times, so I think you for sure get an O-lineman. 17th pick, this is one of my surprise picks, and I thought about it. Like, Derek Carr has been in the league for quite a bit. Hasn't really won nothing, but I think they go with Trey Lance. I don't think they start him right away. I think you see how Derek Carr is looking throughout the season. If he starts to look bad, maybe give Trey Lance a look, or maybe sit him for the whole season. I think Trey Lance would be a good fit for the Raiders. 18th pick, the Dolphins pick Tucker, the offensive lineman, big offensive lineman out of USC. I think you need pass protection to help Tua. If you want Tua to end up being special, you have to get him pass protection. You get him a receiver in the top pick and then a pass protector in the bottom pick. So I think he needs help a lot. 19th pick, the Washington football team selects Kadarius Toney. Surprised people in the Senior Bowl. Looked a really good route runner. Little less hands, but I think I think he fits Washington. It's like they like those small route running receivers, so I think I like this a lot. I think Taylor Heinicke's gonna have a decent season too. With the 20th pick, the Bears select Jalen Phillips. Now, the reason why I have to pick up the D lineman because they might have to get rid of a couple of defensive players if they want to go all in on Russell Wilson. But I think they're gonna go all in on Russell Wilson in my mind. I think, but maybe they don't have this pick. We'll see. I'm gonna have them pick Jalen Phillips right now. 21st pick, the Colts select Rashad Bateman, a big high point receiver, 6'2". So I think that would be great for Carson Wentz, and they only have one receiver on the roster right now. Titans, unfortunately, I really wanted the Browns to pick him, but Owusu, linebacker out of Notre Dame, they need defense bad. I think he's the best linebacker in the draft. After Micah Parsons, obviously, 23rd pick, the Jets select J.C. Horn, which I did this before they got Corey Davis, so it makes even more sense now, because they need a corner, and now they got Corey Davis and Jamison Crowder, so they're looking to do good. 24th pick, the Steelers select Savon Collins. I think they're going to lose Bud Dupree. I think you get Savon Collins. I think you got to maintain that defense, because that defense wins you a lot of games. So I think you maintain that defense. 25th pick, the Jaguars select Trevin Moehrig. Great safety out of TCU. I think they need defensive help more than offensive help, so I think they go with Trevin Moehrig. 26th pick, the Browns select this linebacker out of Georgia. Sat out this year, but I think if in the right system, which I think the Browns have a good defensive system, I think he'll have a great season. 27th pick, the Ravens select Joseph Asai, more of an edge rusher. I think they lost Matthew Judon, so I think he'll be Matthew Judon's replacement. 28th pick, the Saints select Mac Jones. Not sure if he's going to start the full season, but if you sit out and learn from Tom Payton, learn from Jameis, learn from Taysom, maybe you have a successful career. Maybe he does start. Who knows? 29th pick, the Packers select Asante Samuel Jr., Asante Samuel's son. I think he's going to be a great corner. I think if you have a dad like that to teach you the hardest work, one of the hardest positions in the league, I think you're going to be great. The Bills select Travis Etienne, a great running back out of Clemson. I said linebacker, my bad. Great running back out of Clemson. Chiefs select Jason, and I'm trying to say his last name, edge rusher out of Penn State. Watched him in a couple games. He's a solid edge rusher. And the Bucs select Christian Barmore, big boy defensive lineman out of Alabama. Well, that would be my mock draft. If you want to pause it and look over your favorite picks or tell me what you would have going, you can do it. That will be the end of the video, and peace.